Hello everyone, how are you doing? RGV here, and we are back with another video. The World Cup of Pokemon has started. We are on the round 1, and I just played my first match against Uzi Gunner, cool guy. It was a very good match. I won't spoil the result for the people who didn't watch it and it's their first time watching, but I'll go over the plays that I do and my thought process in all of this. I don't record them live because I get too distracted while speaking. So yep. So let's get into it. Doesn't really need too much introduction. I'm running a Rillaboom, Sneasler, Kingambit, Moltres, Sandychucks, and Valiant. I lead Rillaboom expecting the Samurott here because I actually have Drain Punch on Rillaboom. I go for knockoff here, and getting rid of Zapdos boots is great for me because if I get rocks up, this is basically the biggest wall for Sneasler. And let's see, here I actually was about to click knockoff again, expecting the bolt double, but I covered it out. I go here in case it's Wisp because I don't want to get my Kingambit Wisped. And at this point there's really no other play because if I go Gambit and he goes into somewhere easy, then now Moltres needs to be sacked, and I sack Moltres basically without a need, and he gets a layer of spikes up. So at the end, if he did kill me, I would be able to get rocks up, which was good for me, which is what I do here. Then I predict him going for a flamethrower for the Kingambit, so I go for Earth Power, and now I do go for the Volt Switch on the Gambit itself. I think he goes for a future side. Yep. He goes for the Tusk. I know he's gonna go for sure for an attack here, but I know the Gambit can live if it's an Earthquake or something like this, because this is max HP Gambit. So here, and we avoid the Future Sight, of course. If I kill Tusk, these rocks are going to remain up the rest of the game, so I'm in a very good position here. Zapdos is limited to, if I get a Sword Sense up, Zapdos is limited to 1 entry. Here, I expected him to go for another Ceaseless Edge, so I misplayed. I should have gone for a U-turn here, not for the Drain Punch, just in case he went for another Ceaseless. This should have been a U-turn. Here, I read the Roost and I Wood Hammer. And now, well, if he roosts again and I Wood Hammer, he will die. So I just go straight for the Sandychucks. He hits me with the Hurricane. I get a bit scared here of getting parried, but I mean of hitting myself, but I don't. So I go for the Volt Switch and I go back to the Kingambit. Here I also could have, I guess, doubled, but there was really no need, as I expected this Zapdos here, and I get health back on Kingambit. Here I think I should have saved the Kingambit. I could have gone Rillaboom, as it can take 2 Ceaseless Edge at this percent, especially with the healing from the terrain. Now I go Rilla here. I can just U-turn. He goes for another Ceaseless Edge, which I don't mind. Oh, thankfully we don't get parried. And now here is the misplay that I think is my worst misplay on the whole game. I actually had already thought about going Sandychucks. He would have probably gone Bolt, hitting whatever Bolt threw at me, and then setting up with Sneasler. And you will see why. But I think he took like 1 minute to click the next turn, and since in my head I already knew what I was gonna click, I just impulsively clicked something and I clicked Sneasler. But the real play I had thought, which was the real play, was going Sandychucks. If he went Bolt, I took the hit, went Sneasler and set up, because a half Draco wouldn't have killed me, and Then the second play, if you went for Shadow Ball, I still live this. And yeah, take it from there. We'll see what happens next. But I misplay here. I go Sneasler, so I'm gonna lose my Unburden because he's gonna for sure force me out. I did have Night Slash, but that did not kill. So I just went for this. I go for the Valiant here. Get my booster up. I go for the Calm Mind. No. Here I do have a Steel Terra, so I go for my Steel Terra. I Calm Mind again. Go for the Sludge Bomb. And I know he's gonna go for a Flamethrower. So I anchor him here. And I go straight up for the Moonblast. And why do I go straight up for the Moonblast? Because if I Calm Mind, he would have come to Pult, then to Slowking. Slowking would have been able to chip me up, and then force me out with fucking Gambit, and then Pult would have just swept me with probably with Shadow Ball. So this was my play. Unfortunately here I get created, which it's not that I had the game won, but this just made it completely worse for me. As like my plan at this point was I was gonna chip down, maybe hit one more time this Slowking, and then I was gonna go to either Sneasler or Sandy Chucks, because then I would have been able to kill this and force the early Terra on Gambit, and he couldn't have Sucker Punch, because if he Sucker Punch at some point I would just gone into Valiant and Cord and won. But I get created. That's the game we play. Unfortunate. And at this point there's really not much I can do. I already know that he's gonna be a Flying Terra or Fairy Terra, something, you know, that will resist the close combat. But just in case this was Dark Terra, I will go for the CC. And at this point I don't think Volt Switch would have killed, but just because I thought he was gonna go for the Sucker Punches to recover some HP, I go for the Surfrocks and he just goes for the straight Kowtow. But yeah, the defining moment was the Sneasler play. Here I had to go Chucks and set up with Sneasler. The moment I forced the Terra on King Gambit, I think I would have won, because at that point I think from full health, not even an unboosted Sucker Punch would have killed me. But in any case, I think he would have left Pult alive or something, and that could have forced, like for example, this play here could have happened, him going Slowking Galar from the after terrain, and at this point I would have just had to click on him coming in and I would have won. And the other thing is that if Sneasler did 27 with a +2, that close combat would have done 54, and he wouldn't have been able, after doing the Flying Terra, he wouldn't have been able to come in twice on the rocks, because he was going to be flying. It would have taken 25%. But I should have taken my time to make sure I was going to clear the correct thing. So that's not an excuse, but I actually had thought already about the play of going Sandy Chucks. But it is what it is. This is my first official tournament game, and I wouldn't say I did bad. I just did like 1 or 2 misplays, and yeah, that was the game. And GG's to Uzi Gunner. And hopefully, well, my next game is tomorrow. Hopefully I'll do better than this. I hope you enjoyed the analysis and the thought process. I'll see you next time. See you.